Welcome people of the World Wide Web, it's Cypher Sigma Toys here, and yes, we have a little bit of a mix-up video. So I had plans this weekend to maybe go to a car boot, and the day before, it's near when I got paid, so I was going to go into town. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a bust in town. I also saw a reminder on there, so there is a vintage place. It is quite close to the town centre, quite easy to get to, which is called Vintage Retreat in Northampton. I will stick a poster up here to show you the Facebook page. So every year they do a kind of vintage toy collectibles day, where obviously they bring people. I think it's a day, it might have been more, so it was on the Saturday, so I decided to opt at the car boot and didn't spend too much time around town as it was a bit of a bust, and decided to go to here with my wife on the Saturday. I have had a bit of luck with the stalls in the vintage place, but last year we went here, it was a bit, I wouldn't say depressing, disappointing more than anything. So last year when I went, it was more like really old toys. I mean, really, I mean like 50s to 60s stuff, and it's just not the stuff I'm into. I'm more like 70s, 80s, 90s onwards. But obviously I'd seen a few people in some of the groups saying that they were gonna be there, so I was like, okay, it means there'll be more relevant stuff. So I've done a load of footage from the vendors, so we shall get into that now.
What, you look at this, your mouth?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I'll take it with me.
Okay.
It's a leaflet. Well, look. Oh, they're the ones that join up. Do you remember?
Sorry, buddy.
How you doing?
Not bad.
Yeah. 6 weeks later, I went down to 150 quid. Everybody moaned. I'm not selling them then.
I suppose it depends how many they shift in the first week, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they're trying to get PlayStation. I think PlayStation was about 150 time. I did a stone. I think it was in Coventry, I think. That's cool.
Get it?
PS5. When you try and buy it, it's like design unavailable.
Yeah.
You see it on eBay, it doesn't cost.
Yeah, you'll see it.
Just leave them in serious.
Yeah,
You know, if you want enough money and you're willing to pay for it,
get the treatment. So the
Yeah, no.
shout. I just noticed what that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I've seen about 10, 12. But lower end, yeah. That's
You got an eBay store, have you? Kevin Collect 60. Have you got a card or something? Or that just so I can...
Most of the stuff I do, put online.
I won't count you in it, it's alright, that's fine.
I've got it. I've got it. His hands open now as well. So again,
And there we go, those are all the vendors. Obviously, none of them didn't really have cards. One of them was obviously the eBay store. I'll put, obviously I would have put a link up to the store if I found it on their video. So what did I get? So I didn't spend too much for this. So I did bought two things that are presents. So I can't show them on this video, unfortunately. You know, I'm sure you get an inkling of maybe who these are for, and you will find out afterwards. But so I spent some money on them, and then I spent some money on myself. So first thing was one of the guys, he had a box at the front. This was the eBay seller that I found. He had a load of, he was saying Robocop. Oh, I've got a load of things with Robocops in there. So he had for these, so this is Dr. McNamara from season 1. So luckily that he labels them because it helps. So these are the original line of Robocop figures. Obviously there is a bit wearing over it, but I mean, the cap is like 30, 40 years. So these are the figures that came with the caps. So you would put the caps, I believe, in here, and then you would pull the lever and then it would fire. So glad to have him to the collection. Now most of these come with like 2 or 3 accessories. He had these, he had Lewis, but I have an alternate Lewis from Orion, and he had another guy. They were like 10 quid each, and I weren't prepared to pay those prices, but for £5 I'm not going to go wrong. So then we have this guy, I think he's called Spike. Again, he has the cap device on there, so overall looks quite good. Obviously his face is a bit worn from being played with, and really good to pick him up. Not only was it luck, not luck like I picked, but chance, but I picked him up that a few days after I'd been to this antique stall on Facebook, someone had put another figure up and they had it for £9. So it cost me that figure cost me £9.56, and you'll see this after this video. But what it did, it was a different figure from this line, but with this guy's accessories, all of them. So I have the 2 accessories, which I believe is a little like purple clip that goes in there, dynamite, and then he has a kind of 2-handed device that goes. So this guy will then be complete for what is essentially, I say, if you say the figures are £5 each, he's it was under a tenner, which to get a complete figure, that Robocop is quite cool. So yeah, 2 of those figures, so £5 each. And then I only got a 3rd figure. There was some stuff I liked. There was a lot of cars, as you'll see, and I was tempted to, but the thing with having such a big collection, and I have cards behind me, I have like Pokemon cards that are worth money. They go in a folder and they don't really sit there. Obviously I do have the Naruto ones that are showcased, but the last guy I picked up is this guy. So he is called Thrust. He is from Transformers, but he is from Transformers Beast Machines. This was the sequel series to Beast Wars. I've always liked the look of this figure, but I've never seen him at a toy show. The bloke was asking 10. I bought him. He said if I see any more, he would hit me up with an offer, which I didn't see. But yeah, I'll transform him and put some pictures up to the side. But he is a great looking figure. Obviously, I don't have any other Beast machine figures. I don't really plan to. The vehicles are quite cool. I say this one just was a cool design. That's why I got him, and for a tenner. So I've never seen it a complete version at anyone's, let alone what looks to be a complete version for £10. So, I mean, what can I say? I have a vintage kind of little stall that happen, or this event happens once a year, which is really cool. Northampton, glad to have something on my doorstep that I can actually go to. I say parking was a bit of an issue, but luckily my wife spotted a space when we got there early. We went and had lunch there, which was quite nice. We had a walk around and then we went home, and it was quite nice to spend a few hours out at the house. At a local convention where I ain't got to drive like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to get to. But that, hello me again. I just stopped the video, realised I missed something. So also to showcase on this, as people may or may not be aware, me and AJ are doing a Robocop toy talking about. This is why I'm getting more of the toys. Also, I managed to find on Vinted for, I think it was cost me about £5, so about £2.50 each, some really old Robocop versus Terminator. So these are the first 2 issues. They're quite big and they're not in the greatest condition, but I look forward to at least reading these. Give me a bit more kind of ammunition behind what went on with the whole Robocop series when we had that discussion. Anyway, sorry to interject, we'll get back to the video now. That has been my little pickup. Any of you Robocop fans out there, you have any other figures? Let me know any recommendations or any stuff to look out for. Otherwise, that has been my little pull up, little collection or haul. This has been my kind of trip around the vintage retreat event. I've been Cypher Sigma Toys, and I shall see you in the next one.